A very good afternoon, students. In this particular session of sales and retail management, we will be talking about retail store location. So, what is retail store location? Everybody knows that location is a place where a retail organization decides to start its business operations. This location decisions largely impact the cost, the revenue, the profits, and growth of the retail business. It is very important to choose an appropriate location for a retail store because once the place is finalized, it is difficult to change the location. So, the ultimate goal of any retail location is to get a maximum customer access. Market and location selection depends upon target market. The retailer needs to understand who is its current customers, are its competitors, who are the customers, and who make up the potential customer base. People who are alike tend to live in neighborhood and have similar behavior and psychographic traits. The geographical location matters because cost-effective product delivery and adaptation of the websites to fit the local market interest needs are necessary. Now, if we talk about the importance of location in retail, it is very much important because of the consumer choice. The retail location is very important, so it should be in consumer choice list. It in case of competitive advantage, it can be gained if they set up a store at the most appropriate location. In case of improved inventory management, a good location assists in easy delivery of stock. If we talk about the cost factor, location decision involves capital investment in large amounts as well. They influence the manpower and transportation cost. If we talk about the revenue factor, the location influences the business volume as well as volume of customer traffic. So location is the main revenue structure. If we talk about means of success, a retail store can achieve success if it is located in appropriate place. The chief employees and customers will be lost if not located in the correct place. So the various factors that determine the retail store location. The marketing team must analyze the retail location with respect to the following issues. Size of the catchment area. Mostly the primary, that is 60 to 80% of the customers constitute of the primary sector. The tertiary, that will be shop remaining customers who shop very occasionally. So if 60 to 80% of the customers who are shopping, they form our primary customer areas. Then you have the tertiary, who will be after 60 to 80% covering the customers, the people who are left who come to the shop very occasionally, they become our tertiary customer sectors. Then what is the occupancy cost? The cost of lease, that is owning, are different in different areas. The property taxes, the location, the maintenance cost, etc. It is very different according to the area that has been chosen. Now, if you talk about the customer traffic, the number of customers visiting the location, the number of private vehicles passing through the location, the number of pedestrians visiting the location, the restriction on working hours, the noise intensity during the media promotion events, the proximity to the residential areas, the proximity to the public transport facility. All these factors have to be considered whenever you are selecting a retail location. Then we talked about the primary trading area and we talked about the secondary trading area and the fringe trading area in the previous slide. So the primary trading area is generally very close to the store. They're the trading areas which basically are going to comprise 50 to 80% of the store's customers. And it is the area that has the highest density of customers and the highest per capita sales comes from the part of the particular trading area. If we talk about the second trading area, it is a little farther from the store. It is where you are generally able to find 15 to 25% of the total customers. It is located outside the primary trading area and it is also relevant for you but not as relevant as the primary trading area. If we talk about the fringe part, that is the fringe trading area and fringe and apart from the primary and secondary trading areas, you have a fringe trading area, which basically comprise of the remaining 5 to 10% of the customers depending on what kind of primary and secondary trading area the distributions will have. Then, how will you choose the right retail location? So a retail company needs to follow the given steps for choosing the right location. The first is selection of a city. The very first step in selecting the retail location is the selection of the state or region where the store would be located. The factors considered for selecting A city is the size of the trading area, the distribution of buyers and their purchase capacity, the growth rate and demographic profiles of the target segment, the nature and extent of competition, the trade potential of trading area. Different retailers prefer different types of cities for the store opening. Lifestyle and premium brands may choose to open in metro cities only. A retailer like Subhiksha prefers to have many stores in a city so that they can get scale advantage in terms of supply chain operations. So it is very much necessary to decide to see how you'll be selecting your particular area where you're going to locate your retail store. Second, while choosing the right location is deciding about the trade location in the city. So once the city is decided, the next decision is to decide where in the city the store has to be located. The main factors that are considered are customer attraction, the power of a shopping district or a particular store, the product lines which are popular in that particular area, and the number of stores in the area. Some markets have specialization in a particular product line. Thus, they have a certain advantage over other markets for this type of products. The availability of access routes and public transport should be seen. That whether wherever you're setting up your retail, is it properly accessible? Then the zoning regulations. The retailers study the development plans of the local municipal corporations and zoning commissions for the trade location they are considering. Then direction of the spread of the city. So all these have to be kept in mind when you're deciding about the trade location in the city. Then we have analysis of alternative sites. The adequacy and the potential of traffic passing the sites. Different alternative sites are developed on the basis of quantum of the pedestrians and the vehicular traffic that will be passing by that particular area. It also evaluates what potential they have as future customers. What is the ability of the site to intercept the traffic falling past the site? It means how attractive the site is able to pull the passing by people towards it. So once the retail location is opened, so what will happen at the selected location? It is important to keep track of how feasible was the choice of the location. To understand this, the retail company carries out two types of location assessment. One is macro location evaluation, other is micro location evaluation. So macro location evaluation is conducted at a national level when the company wants to start a retail business internationally. Under this assessment, the following steps are carried out. Detailed external audit of the market by analyzing the locations as macro environment, such as political, social, economic, and technical. Most important factors are listed such as customers' level of spending, degree of competition, personal disposable income, availability of locations, and minimum acceptable level for each factor is defined and the countries are ranked. The same factors listed above are considered for local regions within the selected countries to find reliable location. Now we talk about the micro location. So at this level of evaluation, the location is assessed against four factors, namely the population, that is the desirable number of suitable customers who will shop, the infrastructure, the degree to which the store is accessible to the potential customers, then the store outlet, identifying the level of competing stores, those which the decreases the attractiveness of a location, as well as complementary stores, which increases the attractiveness of a location. And the cost, that the cost of development and operation. High startup and ongoing cost affect the performance of a retail business. So all these things have to be kept in mind when you're choosing a retail location. That what type of locations are available, what is the competitive advantage of each location, why some locations are suited to specific retail strategies. These have to be considered. Now, there can be various types of retail locations. They can be standalone location, they can be central business districts, they can be destination location, they can be convenience location. So, a trade area actually is an area where the retailer attracts customer. It is called the catchment area. The first one, trade area, the first one it can be a solitary site or you can say a standalone location. So these are single freestanding shop or outlets which are isolated from other retailers. They're positioned on roads or near other retailers or shopping centers. They're mainly used for food and non-food retailing or as convenience shops. For example, the kiosks, the mom and pop stores similar to the kirana stores in India. The main characteristics of these freestanding locations are it is flexible to operate a business, It requires more marketing and advertising efforts to attract customers. The cost per square foot is reasonable and has wide parking space. The main advantage is that less occupancy cost. It is away from the crowd, so less competition. It is having less operation restriction. But the main disadvantage is no pedestrian traffic is over there. So he may can suffer a loss over there. Next, we talk about the central business districts. The centralmost area of a city is known as the central business district or the CBD or the hub of the city. So it involves excessive vehicular traffic and pedestrians. These areas are directly connected with the public transportation system of the city. Stores located in central business districts are free to operate the way they want to. Limitation is that they lack sufficient parking space. The main advantage is that there is high pedestrian traffic during the business hours. There is high resident traffic. It is mostly near the transport hub. The main disadvantage is that it has high security is required over there. There is a threat of shoplifting. The facilities of parking are very poor. So, what happens then? You have the destination location. So, this type of location is known as one stop shop. It is placed where a wide range of merchandise and services are available to customers, like the apparel stores, entertainment sections, the gaming zones for kids. This type can be malls. The most suitable type of destination retail store location is a shopping mall. Malls usually provide all basic facilities to the customers, such as security, parking, maintenance, etc. There are several independent retailers who pay a fixed amount to rent their shops in a shopping mall. These malls act as one stop location for customers. For example, the DLF building, the Mall of India in Gurgaon, which is claimed to be Asia's largest mall. Then we have the conventional shopping store centers also. So it is a cluster of multiple retail shops under one roof. In this center, all product categories and range of merchandise is covered along with the food and entertainment section. For example, Basant Lok shopping area in Delhi is a conventional shopping center which contains multiple retail outlets under a single open canopy. The main advantage is high visibility, high customer traffic, excellent parking facilities. The main disadvantage over is that high security is required. It has high cost of occupancy. Now I talk about the convenience location. These locations are the residential areas where the cost of rent is very low compared to the sales ratio. Retail stores located at this place offer daily necessity items to the customers, incurring high sales. In recent times, opening a retail store at home has become a popular trend and source of income. The main advantage is that being an entrepreneur and earning high income as well as managing the home. For example, you have boutique, beauty salons, artificial jewelry shops. So these are the examples of convenience location. Then we talk about the various issues you have to keep in mind while selecting a retail location. You have to consider the demographics like the pattern of consumption of the consumers, the literacy levels, the number of households, the buying power, the income level, the age group, etc. Then, consideration of the trends, the current structural and social changes are required to be considered in the retail location decision. These changes can be in the form of retailer brand power, increased utilization of car, regional shopping area, development of number of retailers, etc. If we talk about the property asset, it is cautious selection of location is critical as the value of an organization's final property asset can go as high as its yearly income. Then we talk about the declining number of sites. The number of locations available for the establishment of a retail store is declining. Moreover, there are a lot of locations which do not come under the guidance of the government policy. As a result, it has become difficult to obtain planning permission from the authorities. There is high investment cost also. Higher investment and rent cost as well as prolonged lead times are required for the retail site development, and thus decisions have long-term financial effects. Financial effects are very long. So, exploration of a suitable location where a particular sites can be taken into account for setting up a retail outlet is of the foremost important step of a retail location research. A research strategy involves continuous assessment of the performance of the existing number of stores of a firm. This is a crucial element of a research strategy and is also important for acceptable feasibility valuations. Several retail firms are mostly incompetent at assessing the performance of their present outlets. So, how are you going to identify whether your location is correct or not? So, the process for retail location research, that is, first one is market identification. The level to which the market appeals to the retailer is the foremost step in making a retail location decision. In case of international launch, also, for example, American and Far East countries, markets have distinct features as against European markets. Second, determining the market potential, that is, the demographic features of the population. The reports generated by Census of India can give information of the data of Indian population. It is important to be aware of rural and urban population also. The characteristics of the household in that particular area, that is, the type of the retail facilities required, will be decided by the amount of income earned by the people. For example, a high end fashion outfit can't be successful in area comprising low income group households. Then we talk about competition and compatibility. The level of compatibility of a retail outlet with other outlets in the market should be considered. For example, high-end fashion boutique cannot have its store located in an area having hardware stores around it. Then you have laws and regulations which govern the opening of a retail shop in a particular area have to be studied. It is necessary to examine different aspects including several permissions required to open a store, minimum wages to be provided to staff, compulsory holidays to be given, working hours of the store. Then you have a trade area analysis. A geographic area that generates the largest part of the customer for the store is known as the trade area. So, a study of the prospects, demographics, and lifestyle retail details have to be studied. Then, the next step will be identifying the alternative sites and select the site. So, when you're identifying the sites, so you have to think about it that while you're identifying the sites, you have to identify the alternate sites and select the site. So the traffic that should amount of sales is decided majorly on the traffic that passes over there. Then you have to see whether the market is accessible or not. Then you have to see the total number of stores and the type of stores that exist in that particular area. Less number of stores means less traffic. Secondly, a retailer selling electronic goods should possibly not open a store in an area where the majority of the store deals in apparel. Then you have to see what are the amenities that are available over there. The free, if there is sufficient and free parking space or not. You have to think about whether you are going to buy that area or you're going to take it on a lease. Then you have to keep in mind what is the product mix that is being offered over there. So, the ideal retail markets can be recognized with the help of below given methods of trade area analysis. The data can be used to determine the market potential of new areas, assessing shopping centers, market standing, assessing the viability of the retail chains operating in a specific territory, computing the customer base of rival players present in the market. Then, with the help of computerized simulation, it is necessary to get a control of the issue of identifying the location of numerous warehouses, which include an uncomplicated idea where idea, data information, and other details manifested by customer attributes and distribution costs are generated and entered in the computer. The retail sites, the future warehouses, and the plant locations are examples of computer attributes and various costs, including fixed and variable, incurred by every operating warehouse. Then you have to see the cost per volume also. So, all these things have to be kept in mind. So, in computer simulation model, the first step is that the differences between the projection of the model for the earlier year and the historical data has to be measured. That is the very first step. The details like warehouse location, cost incurred by each warehouse, the demand information can be entered into the computer, and then actual cost incurred versus the projected cost given by the model can be estimated. Then, with the help of computerized simulation models, a modification of the historical data accordingly can be done with the help of sensitivity analysis. This forms the second step of simulation. Shifting the warehouse or retail store's location, including or excluding a retail outlet or a warehouse, raising the fixed cost of operation are some of the modifications that can be made. Then we have an analog approach, or you can say the location approach. Analog location. You're selecting the locations. So first is determining the current trade area by using the customer spotting technique is a method that is used for getting the details of a retail firm's customer from their check or credit card purchases made by them or from customer loyalty programs can be obtained. Then you also actually gather secondary data that is mainly done from various types of reports. In this, you can do a matching of the characteristics of the current store with the potential new store location. Determine the best retail site. Then you can also use multiple regression analysis for deciding your location. So stores having more than 20 outlets can employ this type of a technique, where with the help of multiple regression, you can understand which is the best area for you. Then you can use an analog approach, which forecasts sales figures for a newly launched outlet with the help of judgment, contrary to multiple regression outlet that forecast the sales figures for a newly launched outlet with the help of logic. With the help of multiple regression, relationship sales of the store, and the variety of the rival firms, the population and other retail stores can also be generated. So, in this particular topic, we talked about how we are going to decide about the retail location. Because what happens is that because your whole business, your whole profitability, your whole standing of the business depends on the location that you have selected for your outlet. So that is why it is of utmost necessity that whenever you are setting up your retail store, you have to analyze whether that retail location is suitable for your business or not. So there we also discussed about the various methods how you're going to choose your retail location. So this was from my side for today's session, students. So we'll meet in the next class. Thank you for today. Okay, students. Thank you. Thank you, students.